Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Siri Berlin, and this is my 24 days of self-love Advent calendar. And I hope you already watched the first 3 days, because I think it's a good idea to think a little bit more about self-love, to indulge yourself with all the things which do you good, because I believe that if you feel good, you are much nicer to others. You don't need to transfer things inside yourself you don't like so much about yourself onto others. So all the projection things, all the trigger issues are not so difficult anymore when you are in love with yourself. So I do every day a little video, and you can also subscribe to my little newsletter where all the exercise I'm talking about are described a little bit further, and you can do it later if you don't want to watch the video again and again and again and again. But today's topic is, what do I say myself thank you for? I'm still in trouble with the TH, but I hope I'll overcome it throughout the video. As you can see, I'm not in my nice rocking chair with all the sparkly stars around, which is a shame, but I need to be in Hanover for work. So I'm sending this little video to you, which is kind of funny in the how it records from Hanover, from my guest apartment. I live here in a really spacious, super nice thing. And from here, I would like to talk about you being thankful for yourself for whatever. So you might think, why should I be thankful for something I do myself? This is not normal. Normally we are thankful for something someone else does. This is also an interesting idea, and maybe we talk about this later. But I also think it's important to recognize what kind of things we are thankful for we do ourselves, because we tend to keep forgetting what we do good. For example, when you overcome a bad behavior, or when you learn something new, or when you are super patient. Sometimes it's really hard, especially for me, to be patient, and then but you put effort into it, you put energy into it, and you could be patient with yourself, and you could see how you improved. I think this is super important. And maybe you would like to get some paper and pen, or think about it just in your head, maybe now, maybe after the video, maybe tomorrow. It might be helpful that you look at yourself from a distance. So try to step out of yourself and look at you from a different perspective. And if you look at yourself standing there, or sitting there, or lying there, you can see, what do you see in this person? What is she or he doing really good? Yeah. So you can really see what things you're doing good for yourself. Sometimes it's not so easy to reflect these things, but I still think it's good for your well-being. And this question is to learn to trust yourself, and also to forgive yourself, to install the process of self-forgiving by being thankful for something went a little bit better this time. You might know when you try to learn a new habit, or you try to not do something anymore. What we do often when it happens again, that we do the same shitty thing we never wanted to do again, we punish ourselves. We tell ourselves names. We're not really nice. And of course, this doesn't make anything better. This actually normally makes it worse. So what could you compliment on yourself? Maybe you did train especially hard to reach a certain goal, or you worked a lot for something. Maybe you were able to meet your financial goals, or Maybe you spoiled yourself with something, like we talked about on the first day when we opened the first door, and talked about falling in love with yourself, making yourself a little gift. You can say thank you to yourself for that, because you worked on your well-being, and this means you're working on the well-being of the world. I'm absolutely 100% sure about that. Maybe you made yourself a nice meal, as we talked about, or you gave yourself a present, or a ticket to a concert, or a theater, or cinema, or whatever you did. What did you any good? I think you should compliment yourself on, because not only in my Scrum seminars, I tell managers and employees that it is really important to compliment, because we tend to do things we were complimented for more often, with more energy. And of course, it makes us feel good to be complimented. We can really sometimes pat our own shoulder. That's really important. Maybe there was something you forgave yourself about. Especially then, you need to be at least a double thankful. You need to say thank you twice. This is so hard to be forgiving with yourself. Maybe you changed a little bit in the way you are talking to yourself when something doesn't go so well, because you already know, like we talked about on the second day, about your 3 biggest successes in 2017. You do something good. So be thankful for everything which led you to the successes. Be thankful for everything which led you to the 3 really important people last year you met and who were important for you. This is also something you can be thankful for. Still struggling with the TH today. Don't know why. Maybe it's all about the funny things I'm doing at the moment in the internet for my bread job. And I think I can also be thankful myself that I'm so patient with my customers. Sometimes I don't look so patient because I get angry and grumpy, but I still put more effort in. I still want to help them improve, want to stay to my word, really. Don't hide, don't quit, really be there, so that they can rely on me, you know? Yes, so maybe if you found out about many things, or maybe just 3 things you are really thankful for yourself, write them down. And maybe you would like to formulate the sentences like this. Dear, I say Simone, dear Simone, I'm so thankful that you did this, discovered that, stopped this, or started that for me. So write it in full sentences. Write it down, all you did good for yourself, all you're thankful for yourself. And then read it out to yourself. Read it loud, maybe record it. Read it in front of the mirror. I think that's really powerful. I hope that this is an exercise you really like to do. If you want to share with me how this exercise was for you, or whether you had really good ideas coming up, write it down in the comments or send me a message. I would love to hear it. If you want today's newsletter about the same question, just send it me in the comments. I make sure that you get the newsletter. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, I can send you all the other newsletters from recent days. And now I think I'll finish preparing my seminars for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and then go to bed. It's quite late. I hope you have a great night, and I hope we see each other tomorrow when we open door 5. Actually, I wanted it to appear on this side, but I'm not good with videos and I never know where it appears. So have a good night. See you soon. Hej då.